Alright, so I decided to make a video like on these items because I found them rather not well documented. So I've like looked up how to get them all, and I can now gather them all up. Like as you can see, I already got a few of them on my main, but the yeah, like the way the professions work is like you can get four of these like from world drops, and then you get these treaties for the knowledge, and then of course you get your dailies. So we'll start with, I'll also like instead if it's a gathering profession, instead you get like a thing like these where you get like 5 of like one thing which is worth 1 knowledge, and then after you got them 5 you'll get a different node which is worth 3, and that you get them like once per week as well. And like you get these treaties from like an inscription, so you just need to get these like once per week. So like the ones that we have currently though, which I've gathered currently, these two both come from the satchels, you know, like the expedition satchels, or dirt piles, or chests just around the world. Like, we'll see if we can just find one. Like, I'll end up just showing them later in the video, but you know what I mean, the dirt and chest pile, like, just the like treasure chests around the world. Not the Tusker ones, the Tusker ones can't do it, but like any other chest can give you them. Like Wowhead was saying that it was only the expedition and the chest, but I got like, I believe I got the Watcher core from a dirt pile, so you can get them from dirt piles. This one though you get from, like, drops off Pacific mobs. Like it drops off like some really random ones. It drops off mobs like these, but of course hostile versions. It drops off them deer things, and it drops off proto drakes. I'll see if I can find one of them deer things. They're usually like around everywhere, so I'll probably find one. It also drops off some cobalt sort of things, and there is one more left to get, which drops. I'll mention that later once we've shown the others, and we're on the way to way to the thing that drops it anyway. But yeah, the dirt piles and the expedition things are how you get like the other two. Like, all of the professions have 2 which come from mobs, 2 which come from expedition pouches and dirt piles. But like, just different mobs each time. So yeah, that's the expedition pouch. And then the dirt piles are these, but for the dirt piles you need a shovel from like either blacksmithing, and there's the deer things. Like, these things can drop the can drop that. It drops off these things, like these sort of things can drop it, or certain types of elementals. I don't know, but anyway, the last part which you need to get comes from mechanical enemies on the Dragon Isles. Like, you either get it from like the mobs around Tierhold, which are like the big mechs, or you can get it, or with a higher drop chance it comes from the ones over here which are much weaker, like comes from these things. So we're gonna kill these and hope that we get it from them. But like I said, I think it just drops off any mech in the Dragon Isles, because it's called like Mark of Tier, so I feel like it should drop off tier mobs, but it's said that it's meant to drop off this as well. So you can get it off that as well. So the easiest way is to just kill these, which are just found over here. Or if you're not getting it from these, you can just go to over here, but this one will be a lot harder to kill because the mobs are going to be elites. Like, you can get off these mobs, not these. You can get it off these, like anything which is classed as like a big mech defense thing. But like I said, the small like lizard people don't count, don't drop it. But like any of these golems around here do. Like the lizards don't. But like the golems and the like tier thing and these defense titan things drop it as well, but these don't. So yeah, this is how you. That's how you get all of the engineering ones. What have we got? Is dirt. Yeah, I knew it was the case. You can get them from dirt. Like Warhead was not never said dirt on any of the things, but I fucking knew you could get it from dirt as well. A mount. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. It didn't despawn. So look, we got it. Annoyingly, I need to keep that for the video. I might end up getting another one of my engineering thing from the proto drakes, considering that for some reason one of the engineering things randomly drops off proto drakes and yep, drops off proto drakes and the horses. For these though, because of like the fact of like that where it can just be above you. But as you can see, we've got one of them already. But as you can see, dirt gave me the thing. So dirt can give you the items. It's really weird though, they seem to be dropping a lot more commonly from the dirt piles, but of course... Fucking finally! Like, we killed a lot, but eventually it dropped the fucking thing. There we are. Alright, so I moved over to like here instead, since there was more primalists over here. Okay, so this is the spot where I think that it's good to farm the centaurs and the primalists, because there's primalists and centaurs here. And there's often this world quest up to kill like 10 of them, so you'll have other people helping you. I opened a satchel, one of the like expedition satchels, and got one of the enchanting items. I got the prismatic focusing shard from it. I knew it would come from that one, which is why I started the recording. Okay, so just the primalists left now.
Trinkets, yes. Pretty trinkets.
Of course, first fucking try in this area. So yeah, it drops off any arcane mob, so like them arcane elementals and mana worms, and we got it first fucking try as soon as I came here. Let's see if we can get the other thing that we're missing. Oh shit. Where is that expedition pouch? Where is it? Oh my god, it's right in the middle of the room. How am I gonna do this? That's how. So we need primalists now. Oh, actually, no good spot for primalists. I just thought of one. Fucking finally! Jesus Christ, I was about to give up hope of actually getting this one. Well, we got the thing from Ruby Life Pools.
Trinkets, yes. Pretty trinkets. Trinkets, yes. Pretty trinkets.
I need to target something. I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full.
Pretty trinkets. Yes. Pretty trinkets.
It's too far away.
Trinkets, yes. Pretty trinkets.
Spotted food nearby. See what you can gather.
Trinkets, yes. Pretty trinkets.
Okay, just to go through all of them again, just in case you want to just skip to this part. You get the focusing shard and the primal dust both just come from expedition satchels and chests. They don't seem to come from dirt. This comes from arcane elementals on mana worms. And this comes from primalist mobs. I could not get this to drop. This took fucking ages to drop. I'm going to say, since this is enchanting, I recommend that you just do dungeons to get both of these two. Like, I recommend, if you do, like, the Academy dungeon, that contains mana worms and arcane elementals, and I've gotten it from there before. And this, I got it from Ruby Life Pools. I tried farming the Primalists in the Overworld. They were not dropping it. You should just do Ruby Life Pools over and over again. Ruby Life Pools and the Halls of Infusion. Not sure if the Hall of Infusion drops it, but Ruby Life Pool definitely drops the Primalist Charm, and the drop rate on Primalist Charm seems to be obscenely low. I also if you can do LFR of Vault of Incarnates, I think that will, by the looks of things, that has good drop rates on it as well. But I can't do that. For the tailoring, you have the treaty, of course, from the inscription. Then you've got the Umbral Bone Needle and Primal Spindle from Expedition Satchels, chests, and dirt, because these ones come from dirt. These ones didn't seem to come from dirt. Then you've got surprisingly effective stitching from Knolls and Unaran Weave from the Centaurs. Oh yeah, actually there is a spot which might be good for the Primalists, but you need a world quest to be up. The mobs around there might be quite good for the Primalist thing, but they're all elites, so really hard to kill. But if there's a world quest up, you can get a group for it, and it's probably fairly easy to do. Because I believe the drop chance is okay for those mobs, for the Primalist thing. The others, these just come from Gnolls and Centaur. Well, it has to be technically Naruk Centaurs, but that's pretty much all the hostile Centaurs. But yeah, that's all of that. That took a lot longer than I anticipated. Alright, so we got all of the parts. As we saw, these two both can be got from dirt, but they also come from the satchels and the chests. This just comes from Proto-Droics. Got it first try, which is pretty good. And then these come off those deer horse things, which I can't remember the name of them. Do we have, one in the Mount Journal? What the fuck's the name of their starting zone? Forbidden Reach. These things. You can get the skin off these things, or Slivens. Or these things. That's how you get the skin. It drops off those two. Also, this is probably one of the better ones to actually get the things. They're pretty common, and as well, if you have level working, you might as well have fucking skinning, so you get to just skin anything that you kill anywhere. So you're benefiting from killing them anywhere. Okay. So, as we saw, this one and this one, but wait, was it that one? No, it wasn't. Yes, it was that one. That one and that one both come off Earth Elementals, which, of course, you can just go to the key area and just go in the cave and kill them. Or what I did, ended up moving over there, and there's just a bunch of Earth Elementals across there. This one drops off Fire Elementals, which again you could kill mobs around there, around where the Rathian is, to get it. Or, as I did, I just killed the fire mobs around here. I kind of gave up, so I stopped recording, but I ended up actually getting it anyway. These two just came from dirt. Like, ironically, every single one of our, like, items for this came from dirt, so all of these can come from dirt. The curio was the, came from the dragonkin, but it can also drop off primalists, so you can use Ruby Sanctum to get, Ruby Life Pool to get them. But the easiest way is the way that I did it, which is just kill loads of mobs around the Cobalt place, because there are tons of dragonkin, so you're gonna get it. And then, what was the other one? I think that's everything, isn't it? Yeah, Earth, Fire, Dragonkin, and then all of the, and then these four all came from the bag. So we got Primal Earth Fragment, Molten Globule, Valdraken Weapon Chain, and Draconium Sharpener. Molten Glob, Fire, Elementals, Earth Elementals, no, Primitive Earth Fragment, Earth Elementals, Valdraken Chain from Satchels or Dirt, Draconium Sharpening Stone from Dirt or Satchels, Chipped Tear Stone from Dirt or Satchels, Ancient Gem Fragments from Dirt or Satchels, because ironically we opened the chest and we didn't get any. And then we got the these ones, the Elegant Engraved Establishment from Dragonkin or Primalists. Dragonkin humanoids. It has to be like humanoid Dragonkin. So I assume the Kobolds, the buff dudes, and the six-legged dudes. And then the Indecent Curio comes from Earth Elementals. And then don't forget about your trees for both of them as well. Alright, I forgot to turn on the mic last time I did this part. So yeah, we have the Inscription Treaty, which we mustn't forget about. We have the Darajan Rune, which comes from the giants in the area around Rathian's place. So you just go here, you join one of the key groups, and people will just kill the giants for you, and you can just get the key easily. So that's how you get the Curious Darajan Rune. The Phoenix Feather Quill comes from dirt piles, satchels, or treasure chests. The Iskar Trading Lodger comes from the satchels, dirt, and treasure chests. And then Draconic Glimmer comes from Proto-Drakes and mobs that look like this or this. And a really good spot for farming those is around here, the Cobalt Assembly, because you can get a group and there's tons of them, like six-legged dragons and the Cobalt dudes. So you can just get the glimmer from there. Okay, the final one, as always, the treaty for the alchemy. And then we got Elemental Splinter, which comes from any elemental mob or any elementally infused mobs. I just killed the earth elementals around here because they're pretty weak. I don't know whether like the smaller ones work, but like the other ones only have about 60k health at level 67, so it's fine. You can then get Reawakened Catalyst from the dirt and the satchels and the chests. You get Experimental Substance from the chests, the dirt and the satchels. And then the hardest item of them all, the Decay Phelium. Unfortunately, this item is absolutely fucking horrible, since it drops off Decay Elementals. Not gnolls, only the elementals. And the only spot in the game with them is here. Like this area here and a tiny area here. This is like the non-elite area. The drop rate is absolutely abysmal in that area. So you have to either kill the elites, which is what I ended up doing. Like, you have to wait for a world quest to be up called attacking the Brackenhide, and you just start that and try and get them to attack the decay stuff around that part, and they'll kill enough and eventually it'll drop. Another method that you can do, if that world quest isn't up, is you can do the dungeon, but that's going to be also a bit difficult because you have to force them to go the right way in the dungeon. Where's the map? I need a map of the dungeon. Like, you have to force your group to, when they go here, most people try to go this way, you need to force them to go this way. Because if they take this path, there are decay elementals in that part, which will drop the thing. But unfortunately, most people will go this way instead, because they think it's easier. But you need them to go that way, so you either have to force the tank to go that way, or tank the dungeon yourself so that they are forced to go that way. Which is going to be rather difficult. Honestly, alchemy, I do not see how the fuck you're meant to do it. Like, this is literally the hardest one to get, just for the fact that there are no decay elementals in the game. The other way that you can possibly do it is by having herbalism and empowering the node, because that summons a decay elemental. And it's got an alright drop chance. It's got like a 4% drop chance, but those nodes are really rare. So it's not that effective.